Welcome back to the garage. My name is Zane, and today's video is very special because it marks the first ever episode of Subscribers in the Spotlight. This is a series that I created to try to shine the spotlight on some fantastic channels that are out there that you may have never even heard of. Today we're going to be checking out fellow YouTuber Matt Kubik. Now give me a break here, I'm not one of these fancy channels that can make something in computer design, so marker board's what we got. Here shows a Bumpside Crew Cab, but on YouTube his channel is Matt Kubik, and on Instagram it's Kubik Motorsports. Instead of explaining his channel to you, I'm going to send you Matt's way through the HPDG portal and let him explain who he is and what his channel is all about. Before I send you his way, however, don't forget a snack and the cold beverage of your choice. But more importantly, this is the time to support a fellow content creator. Now if you like what you see, which I know you will, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe over on his channel that's linked in the video description below. Now the only thing left to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Hey Zane, thanks for including me in your first ever Subscribers in the Spotlight video series. Feel we're honored to be on the first one. I'm sure he mentioned it before, but my name's Matt Kubik. I want to welcome you guys all to my shop. This is where all the magic happens here on my channel. First off, I want to kind of give you an overview of what I do here and kind of what you would expect if you were to hop over onto my channel and subscribe. But without further ado, let's go and show you some of the projects I have working on. So right here, this is my current project on the channel. This is a 1972 F250 Crew Cab truck. These are pretty rare. They didn't make very many of these. They only made 2,500 of the 250 Crew Cabs in '72. This was originally a two-wheel drive truck, and unfortunately it had a rotten frame. So what I did, it's sitting on a 2015 Power Stroke chassis, and has a 6.7 Power Stroke under the hood. So we have the 6.7 Power Stroke drivetrain and the old 72 exterior. So this is my current project. Right now we're doing a lot of the fitment with the cab and the frame, doing a lot of modifications and fabrications, mainly the cab mounts, if you can see that there. Later on we'll be getting the engine running with a standalone fashion. The interior is going to be all standard 1972 Bumpside truck. So we still have a lot of work to do there. But so far it's going together pretty well. I can't complain with how this thing's going along. So this is our current project. I'm kind of wanting to be working on a lot in the future. Another current project we're working on right now that I'm waiting on paint is this 1979 F250 Highboy truck. It's a Harbor Blue. If you can tell by the few pieces I've got back from paint. The cab and the bed is still in paint right now, so I haven't got those back yet, but we do have the chassis restored. The engine is all restored to OEM spec. This is a Ford FE360, Dana 44, Dana 60 in the back. So the previous videos on this truck is all on the channel, and we'll be assembling this later on the channel when I finally get the paint work back from the body shop back from paint. And over here, this is my dad's project. This is a 1972 Crew Cab kind of project. We have a Highboy frame. This wasn't originally a Highboy. We stretched a frame for it. It has a 428 Cobra Jet engine in it, and same level of detail work that we're doing on my 69 over here on this one. But this is going to be a Crew Cab. Same thing over here. The paint and everything, or the body is in paint. So we're just waiting on that to get back. So that's kind of what we have going on in the shop right now. Let me show you some of the projects I've worked on in the past on the channel. So this is my 1969 Highboy that I called the old ranch truck. This is a truck I just put together for a daily driver for me to drive around here on the ranch And it started out as a 1971 Highboy chassis. This is a 69 F350 cab that I've had, a complete truck. The cab was in good shape. And we went through the whole chassis, did a lot of upgrades to it, and then also put this cab on it in the channel a few months back. Also put this flatbed on the back here, but this is kind of like my daily driver. I just drive this thing daily. It's just kind of, I don't know what you call it, driver quality. It's probably not, it's not the nicest thing. I didn't want to make it so nice because I actually take this thing out and use it and work it. As you can tell, there's some mud on the fender there and stuff. So this isn't a pavement queen. This thing goes out and gets the work done, pulls trailers and everything. Has the factory grill guard on it. The F350 had the factory grill guard. So these things are kind of hard to find. So I really like having that thing on here. It's pretty, kind of ties the whole truck together and the look and everything together. So anyway, that's it. That's this truck. It's my daily driver. We'll go check out some more we're working on. Walking back in here to our old shop where we do a lot of storage and stuff. This is a 67 Highboy that is going to be on the channel in the future. I don't have the cab is pretty shot on this thing. I'm looking for a cabin body or a cabin bed to restore this thing at some point, but right now it's just waiting. But in here we have a few projects that were either currently ongoing or waiting its turn. This right here is my 1972 F350 Crew Cab Special. So this is another Crew Cab Bumpside. This one, since it's a Crew Cab Special, it's a little fancier on the interior. But on this one, I think in the future, we're going to do just a general get it running and driving kind of a deal on this truck. The old 390 that's in it is all locked up and no good anymore. But I have right up there, that engine right there is probably going to go in this thing at some point. So that'll be fun. Be kind of like a patina build. I'm not planning on doing paint and body on this one. Just getting it running and driving, go through the mechanics on it and stuff like that. So that'll be on the channel at some point, hopefully in the near future. Right here is another 69 Highboy that I've already done the restoration on the chassis on the channel. The body on this one is in paint as well. It's a little further out. We don't have engine and drivetrain in it, obviously. So this one is a little further down the line, but it is the body, the cab and bed is in the paint shop right now. So it's in the waiting for room to get into so they can start working on it. But so this one will be on the channel in the near future. This is going to be a forestry service type truck, kind of doing a recreation of a forestry service truck. And we'll see that a little later on the channel. Well, in here we have my 1967 F250 Crew Cab. This one is particularly special because it's rust-free. A lot of these crew cabs I pick up, they have a bunch of rust problems in them, but this one's actually rust-free. It is not wearing the original color. This yellow was not original. The gray, however, was. And the DSO tag in here says 83, which is government order. This was a federal government ordered truck. And since it was originally gray, I'm assuming it was a U.S. Navy truck at some point or something along that lines. I can't prove that, unfortunately. There was no documentation or anything in the truck. But plans of this one is a full-blown restoration. We're going to go back with Battleship Gray on it and probably do some like official use only U.S. Navy stencils on the doors. So that's what we're doing with this one. It's kind of further down the line. It's several trucks behind other, behind other trucks than the restoration department goes. So right now it's just waiting its turn, but we do have a video on the channel of me going up and picking this truck up. But it is currently just sitting here waiting for me to have time to work on it. And right here we have our 1979 F600 factory four-wheel drive truck. So this one's pretty neat. This one actually has 14,000 original miles. It was originally a fire truck, and then we installed a bed and hoist in the back so we can use a little bit more here. And this truck's actually how I found Zane's channel. He has his yellow F600 four-wheel drive truck. And I took interest in that when I saw it on YouTube and started watching his videos and became a subscriber. So this truck right here is why I was a subscriber for Zane's channel. So I wanted to point that out. This truck's pretty neat right now. It really just kind of hauls off some trash and stuff for us. But we'll go out here and I'll show you some other projects that are kind of in the waiting period for their time to shine out here in the Boneyard, as I call it out here. We only have a couple trucks out here I might work on. We have a 72 Highboy right here. This is a grabber blue truck. This is one of 70 in that paint color for that year. They only made 70 of them in grabber blue. So this here is one of those. I think that's pretty neat. Unfortunately, the body is pretty shot on it, so I'm just kind of waiting for the correct truck to show up. I'm hoping I can find a original paint grabber blue truck to body swap it. But if not, we'll have to do a full resto, paint and body and everything on one. So right now, it's just kind of waiting until I find the perfect donor truck for that one. This is another 72 crew cab that I have that's waiting on a project. The frame on this one is not any good, so we're going to do a chassis swap on this one. And this one's pretty neat because it is a Union Pacific Railroad truck. Originally, here's the yellow for the Union Pacific, and right here's the tag, UPRR. So this is the ID tag for when it was a Union Pacific truck. So that one's pretty neat. But anyway, guys, that's kind of what my channel's all about. We do a bunch of Bumpside Ford trucks, and we do restorations, we do rebuilds, and we even do some just general maintenance on trucks. Hey, I had to jump back in here. One more truck I wanted to show you. This is my 1967 F250 Ultimate Highboy, I call it. This is kind of the first truck that started my YouTube channel. I was building this truck and a lot of people wanted to see more of it, so I decided to start posting videos to YouTube. So a couple years back, we have videos on this truck being built. I call this my Ultimate Highboy truck. It's actually started out as an F100. It's now sitting on an F250 Highboy frame, and I've modified the suspension a lot. It has king coilovers in the front, 3-link suspension, crossover steering, and has a 428 under the hood. And I've also paired the 428 with a 6R80 automatic transmission from a newer F150. So there's the 428, and I have a crossover bar for the suspension towers and everything here. So this is what I call my Ultimate Highboy truck. It's a little dirty now. We just took it to Colorado this summer and had a lot of fun with it. I haven't even washed it since we got back. So we had a lot of fun in the mountains with this truck. So if you want to check out something on this, go back to my channel and watch my older videos. But I think that's about it for just walk around of general what I do here and what my channel is all about. So if you like what you see, consider subscribing and see more content. But for now, I'm just going to hit it back to Zane.
I tell you one thing's for certain, at least in my opinion. I believe that Matt's putting together some of the best looking Ford trucks that I have ever seen. Matt's channel is family friendly, he uploads videos regularly, and I believe that his attention to detail is something to truly be admired on this platform. If I may one more time, here's your chance to show support for Matt's channel, because all the subscriptions and kind comments really helps us YouTubers out a lot more than you would ever know. I want to try to help other content creators that put out fantastic videos like Matt here because, well, to be honest with you, I was helped very early on, and I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for the kindness of other channels helping me along the way. And let me say some hypotheticals here for just a moment so I myself don't get in trouble. But if the powers that be that usually help a channel out like this that oddly fits every one of their guidelines is not going to help Matt out along the way, I guess that I, with the help from you all, will do those kind people's jobs for them. At the time of this video being uploaded, here on YouTube, Matt is sitting right at 5,500 subscribers. And on Instagram, he is just a few shy of 800. So, show support for Matt. Like I mentioned in episode 0 of this series, there is no minimum or maximum to the amount of subscribers that you need to be featured here one day. Meaning, we could be talking about a channel that has 1 million subscribers or only 1. Now, the first video is about a channel that's got around 5,500. How about in the next video, we have a channel featured on here that has less than 1,000. Like I mentioned before, I wouldn't knock this whole process, especially if you're a content creator yourself, because you never know, one day, maybe your channel name will be the one on this very board that we're talking about.